everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Bengals coming in at 1-4, going up against the Broncos, who come in at 4-1. So let's send you up now to the Queen City of Cincinnati. Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are in the place the folks here call the Jungle, and that's Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. And on the ground they go with a running back. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Von Miller is so good that he doesn't even need a nickname. His ability to bend and dip on the pass rush, unequaled in this league.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Jeff Janis. And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Anderson's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. A very solid gain of 27. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Second down now after the pass completion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple and brings up 3rd down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. Really held them to a short gain on that one. And it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Janis the return. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the D-line's going to spread out. They go play action here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
Brandon, in our meeting with the coaches prior to this game, we heard them talk about the opportunity for the deep pass. They've got a receiver who can sprint out wide. They wanted to make sure they had a chance to get it to him and loosen up the defense. That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal.
Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into the end zone.
Yeah, inching closer and really knocking on the door now. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Detroit!
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, so look for them to try it again later.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Halfback sent in motion. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati.
So the defense forces a 3-and-out, but they got some help along the way. They threw.
Oh, they're on him too quickly back there, and it's blocked. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away, because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And wow, fortunately he was able to get it back, but it's left his guys in a bit of a hole here. They're backed up deep to start this drive. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Back there, here we go. Over.
They're going to look to throw. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll look to throw, and unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. Boom, landing. Over. Detroit. Switch. Over. Watch it. Get him. Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Now here's Janis. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And that will come the offense as they take over. So the Broncos coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hayes Pollard, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right?
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know
but when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by George Iloka. And the return will stop right around the 25. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll look to throw here. It's complete to Brown, right side. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Jeff Janis has it complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Passing, it's Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play action now, Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He completes it to Boyd. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The final act of the first half, Dalton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they can't get the long connection. What's that? Now? Oh, what the heck? Okay, well, something happened till there in the halftime show, I guess. We're ready for the 3rd quarter. Let's go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Andy Dalton.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the...
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Bengals. 42 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, after that pickup of a 1st down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
And Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 82 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And it's up and good. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at him.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, there's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about them keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th. Back now in Cincinnati. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Punt of 38 yards officially. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vontez perfect in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On play action, they'll throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Go on now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Now Dalton, he's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Ready, wide, 20, dagger, 3, zebra.
And the back goes into motion. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton, he's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's obviously nothing shy about the guys dialing up offense here. They take a shot on 3rd down, and boy, did they get rewarded, even though there was good defense on the play.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. One receiver left, 2 to the right. He'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vontaze Burfict in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So the D-line's going to spread out. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Denver. 59 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have known that. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This will be caught at the 2. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Let's go.
So now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And they'll try to squeeze in 1 more play here before the 2-minute warning. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off. And, hey,
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up in an offset eye. Passing, it's Dalton. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. So the Broncos coming out now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats inbounds.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's fourth down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He completes it middle of the field to Janis. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw, and this is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. He may try and run, and this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They come out here in the eye, and they'll go with the ground attack here. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Little motion now from the tight end. And they'll go on the ground. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.